guys? Back with another video with Jolly Bait Company here in Southern Kentucky. We're back in the bait shop and we're going to make some baits with you guys today. We've been back in the bait shop past couple days trying to catch up on some plastics that were kind of low on stock and just getting some remelts made as well. I got a ton of plastic trying to catch up on, trying to get rid of some old plastic and just make it into something new. And like always, you guys can find those recycled baits on our website for really cheap, so go check that out for sure. But I've been making a lot of bass baits and I've not really got the crappie baits out in a while, especially on some videos. So I think today we're going to do some crappie baits. And the past couple of videos, we've been making kind of just some random colors, heating up some plastic, just putting in a base color and then trying to mix some other colors together to make something really cool. And if you've not seen those videos, go check them out. We got some really cool colors that's been coming out of those videos. But today we're going to try to take some older plastic that's been sitting under my table, and we're going to put that back in the microwave and heat it up. And we're going to get some other colors and try to mix up some stuff and make a really cool crappie color. So we're going to start this video by shifting down here below my table and checking out this mess I've got down here. It's probably not the best way to keep your plastic stored, but this is what I've got. This is what I'm going with. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to just pick out some colors down here and then make a really cool crappie two-color bait. We've not really made a two-color bait in a while. So what I was looking at is I really wanted to do something I've not really made, and I really like this purple smoke that I've got here. I've not done a whole lot of purple, especially with crappie. So we're definitely going to use this on one side of it. And other than that, I'm trying to decide on what I want to do for the other color. I thought about trying like monkey milk on the other side, or maybe this other purple kind of base. Other than all those other ones, I really think this might be pretty cool. Like a chartreuse kind of color. It's almost like a chartreuse in black. I think that might look pretty cool. I've not really done black and chartreuse before with crappie. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is, I know this purple smoke's been sitting here for a while. I used this for some bass baits. I think we're gonna try to use that. And then we got this chartreuse it's got black flake in it, but I think this is gonna be pretty good together. I've had some people request black and chartreuse before with crappie. So black and chartreuse with just a little bit of purple flake, maybe it'll be pretty good. I know we did sprayed grass a couple weeks ago, which was green pumpkin with purple flake and then watermelon with green flake. And that kind of reminds me of what that kind of looks like. But I think these two colors might work pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and get a couple of these heated up while we look for one more color. We're gonna do a solid color as well. I think I've decided for this 1 cup, we're gonna do 1 cup here for some solid crappie baits. And I've got this root beer dye color. And it's like a burnt orange, brownish kind of color, and it's got black flake in it. We're gonna go ahead and heat that up, and we're gonna try to add some color to it and try to get something a little bit different. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a crappie color like this right here. I don't know if that would work very well. So we're gonna try to add something else to kind of make it a little bit brighter, to be more for crappie. Okay, before we get started, I know I've not used these molds in a little while, so I'm gonna kind of show you guys our crappie lineup. And I usually don't tell everybody where exactly I got these molds, because what I suggest for you guys if you're making baits, to go be different. Don't be like other companies and go get something that they have exactly. There's a lot of different websites to find molds on. You can definitely find something that's different that nobody else sells or nobody else makes. So that's what I would suggest with that. But we have 3 different crappie baits, 3 different styles. And starting out here, we got the 2.5 inch grub. We got 6 cavities. We got 2 molds that are 6 cavities, so we can do 12 per pack. And then second up, we have this 2-legged grub. We call it the Slab Man, because if you can tell, it almost looks like a little man. If you guys have ever seen like a car wash or a auto, not really a car wash, maybe. I feel like I've seen it at like an auto store. They got the big silly mans that are kind of sitting there moving around. This is kind of what they look like. So that's where our motivation came for naming that bait. Or I think one of our customers actually named that bait for us. But anyways, last up here we got this is probably our most popular crappie bait for sure. It's just it's basically like any other crappie minnow. It's got a little bit longer of a tail than you would see on like the Bobby Garland minnow, but we got 40 cavities in this mold right here, so we usually do 20 per pack for these, so we can make 2 packs at a time, so it works out pretty good for us. There we are with our 2 colors all heated up. Got the purple smoke, and then it's not really chartreuse. I would say it's more of a darker green, but it's got black flake in it. So looks pretty good. I kind of debated adding something into it, and we're going to kind of take a look here on the table what it looks like together. All right, we'd kind of dip some out here on the table, kind of seeing how they blend together. And it's not too bad. I thought about adding just a little bit of black to this side right here, which I think I'm still going to do. But other than that, they look like they're going to blend together kind of well. What I've decided though is I think what we're going to do is I always like to kind of just connect the two colors a little bit somehow when I'm doing this kind of just miscellaneous guessing at some colors. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add this small purple flake, 0.015 hexagon flake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add not too big of an amount, probably like half a scoop of the small flake to the green side. And it's not going to change it much. It's just kind of something just to change it up a little bit, give us something a little bit different. Okay, here we are, ready to inject the first color. Got the black and chartreuse with kind of the purple flake in both sides. Got our dual injector ready to go. And with this tiny dual injector that I've got, I've not ever invested in a nicer one. We're only going to be able to fill up 2 of these molds. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fill up 2, and then we'll come back and fill the other one off camera. And then we're going to go ahead and get the other color heating up here in a second and get it ready to go as well. Okay, so here we are with our other color, our solid color. We're going to go ahead and get it ready while we're waiting for these other ones to cool down. And so this is a root beer dye. I think this is the color that I've used for this. It's kind of a burnt orange looking color, brownish. And what I've grabbed over here, looking at all the colors that I have and the flake, what I'm thinking we're going to try to use is we're going to try to use this gold pearl. I think I've made a video using this by itself and making some pure gold fishing lures, but today we're going to add just a little bit of it to this pot right here and see what it looks like. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. It might just turn out where it's straight gold, but we're going to try it out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take about half of my 1/4 of a teaspoon and fill it up if I can. There we go. And we're also going to do some silver flake in this as well. I really like silver flake and crappie baits. Okay, yeah, this is really what I was looking for. I like the look of that. That looks really cool. As I'm mixing it up, that looks really cool. Why did you try this in the Hilgermite? Root beer dye mixed with gold pearl. That looks really cool. Now, one thing I am worried about is how it's going to look in like the tail of the minnow, or like the really thin parts of this, the tail of the grub worm. See how it's kind of really, honestly, really transparent. Might add just a little bit of black, but let's go ahead and add silver flake. Probably go ahead and add a scoop, just about. Honestly, really would look good without the silver flake. Probably shouldn't have done that, but too late now. This would definitely be good in the Hilgermite though, I feel like. If you can't tell, I use the Hilgermite a lot when fishing myself, so I think everything would look good in the Hilgermite. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I like the silver flake edition. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add about maybe 5 to 10 drops of black. I don't know how much I want to do. Don't want to add too much at once and make it too dark, because black will do that pretty quick. Yeah, I think we're just gonna add those 5 drops because I don't want to get it too black. I want it to be the root beer dye color more. So Okay, we got our root beer dye color. We'll have to think of a different name for it, but for now we got to go ahead and empty these molds out so we can do that solid color. So let's check out the black chartreuse purple color we came up with. And there we are with the grub starting out. Check it out. That black definitely makes it not chartreuse really at all. It's almost like with electric chicken. If you do pink and chartreuse together, it makes the chartreuse look a little bit more yellow. But there we are. The black chartreuse purple color that we came up with. I think it could definitely work. Again, I've not been crappie fishing in close to a year, so I definitely would like to get out there and do some more of that. Let's go ahead and look at the Slab Man. And again, these colors could definitely be used for bass as well. I use them in the creek for bass, so definitely could check that out. Or definitely could use them in the creek, but check that out. And the Slab Man looks pretty good. Check out the black side. I know a lot of people like using black for crappie. Looks pretty good. Can you see the purple flake on the green side? Yep. But yeah, turned out pretty good. And then we got the crappie minnow. Probably the more popular crappie bait to use. Check it out. We got the green part on the top and the black on the bottom. I almost would like it the other way around, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all prefer on that. I think it looks pretty good. Definitely feel like this could catch some crappie. But yeah, I like how the tails are more green than they are black. I didn't want the black to kind of overtake the bait, but it looks like it did pretty good. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of this color so far. Would you guys use this for crappie? I feel like it definitely could catch some bass in the creek with this for sure where I fish, but I think it turned out pretty good, especially for just using some colors I had laying around. I always like doing some new two-colored baits. I've not done any in a while, especially in crappie baits. Looks pretty good. Okay, here we are, ready to inject the solid color. We can get this one all in one run since we got the bigger single injector. All right, ready to check out our last color of the day. I kind of put these colors into ChatGPT. I know I'm cheating, but naming these colors are kind of hard to do after doing a lot of colors, and especially these colors that nobody's ever done before. You got to just make something up. And for this one right here, we're going to call it Kentucky Gold, which is pretty good because we're out of Kentucky and it's kind of like a darker gold. So I didn't just want to say dark gold, so this is a better name for it. And the other one, we're just going to stick with black chartreuse. But here we go for the grub. And check that color out. That looks really good. That might be my favorite one of the day for sure. Out of the two. That looks really good. See, the tails they aren't clear like I was hoping they wouldn't be. I think adding that black helped a lot. All right, now for the Slab Man in the Kentucky Gold color. Check that color out, dark gold with the black and silver flake. I think that turned out perfect. Not sure if I've ever seen a color that's made like that. If you guys have, let me know what it's called. But yeah, root beer mixed with gold pearl looks really cool, guys. We're definitely gonna have to try this in some other colors, some other baits, sorry. Definitely gonna try this out in some other baits, some bass baits. But here we go with the crappie minnow for the last one. I really think these colors, this color right here would work good for crappie so far. Here we are in the minnow. Again, this is probably our most popular crappie bait. And check that color out. It's like shiny, but not too shiny. I really like the silver flake addition to it. Get that focused. But yeah, look at that. Check that out. Turned out really good. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. These colors today, we just kind of picked out some stuff, some older plastic, and shown you guys that you don't really have to get out new plastic out of the bucket to make really cool looking baits. I usually like to end these videos with picking out what my favorite thing was for the day, and I definitely want to say it's probably this gold, the Kentucky Gold and the grub. I think this is really gonna be good. Definitely feel like I could catch some crappie on it. Definitely some other panfish like rock bass. I really think that this would catch fish for sure. I really want to try this same Kentucky Gold color in the crawl and the hellgrammite, so we might have to do that in another video. Make a real recipe from it, from starting from the very beginning and making the recipe and showing you guys. But I really think it's going to be really good for us. And these baits that we made in this video will be on the website for you guys to purchase if you want to help us out a little bit. Check out the website. We are doing a new thing on the website. We have the custom shop seal with all the baits that we make on the YouTube videos or on the custom shop, as well as some other colors as well. We're doing something called the situational series for Jolly Bait Company, and it's kind of a new thing. Our main colors like green pumpkin, watermelon, red bug, black and blue, you can't just buy those in singles on the website anymore. We're doing where if you guys have people that don't really know how to fish a whole lot, and I know a lot of you guys are bait makers, but if you guys are watching this and you're fishermen and want to try our stuff out, you can get on our website. You can choose bass or crappie. You can choose exactly what your situation is, where you're fishing at, what kind of water it is, if it's clear, if it's stained, if it's muddy. And you can also choose where you're fishing at, if you're fishing at a lake, if you're fishing at a pond, or a creek, river, like we usually do ourselves. For the situational series, what we mainly do is you put in those options and you kind of give us an idea of what you really need, and we handpick the baits out for you that you need for your situation, the colors, the baits. But yeah, hopefully this will be a good thing for if anybody of you that's watching this that doesn't do a whole lot of fishing, don't know much about fishing. Hopefully this will help you so you don't have to do much guessing. You can do a lot more catching. So you can check it out on our website. If you've got any questions, for sure, just drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you. But yeah, let us know if you like this video today. If you like which colors and which bait you like the best, drop it in the comments. We always like to see what you guys like the best, and let us know what you guys want to see in the future. We got tons and tons of videos for you guys to see. If you got different colors that you want to make or see before you make them, we got a lot of videos showing you guys step for step, as well as a lot of tip videos of how you want to get into this if you're doing it yourself. But we appreciate you guys watching today, and we hope you'll check out our other channel with our fishing and hunting channels. You guys can check that out. We'll drop a link down below for that. But other than that, check out jollybaitcompany.com. We'll see you guys on the next one.